Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, are you listening to Unab on Hey, are you listening to Unab on Air right now? If not, what are you waiting for?
A new program has arrived on unabradio.com to live the English language.
Are you listening to Unab on Air right now?
Unab On Air will bring you news, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon. Join us at unabradio.com and enjoy the Unab On Air experience. News, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon.
That was very funny. Like 1 minute ago, that was very, very funny. We cannot tell you what it was, but that was very funny.
I want to say that I have watched Mario.
You watch Mario?
Yes.
I didn't.
But you have already watched it?
No, but not again.
Ah, okay. But I haven't watched, so I just did.
Because you said last year, you say, I'm going to watch Mario, and I said, I'm going to watch Mario too. But
You fail.
I failed on the homework. How was it?
I really love it.
Yeah.
Yes. I love, you know which one is my favorite character?
Let me guess.
Guess which one.
Well, is one of the main characters?
No, it's like...
It's on the race?
No, it's like... It's part...
It's on the rainbow race?
No, it's not. It's part of... it's not like... It's like a species. I mean,
The star?
No.
Mm.
The shy guy. He's so cute. Like with the mask.
And I was like, which one? I thought he was gonna say mushroom.
No.
And I was like, that's why I asked you. Is it in the race?
Yeah, no. The mushroom is Toad, right?
Yeah.
No, shy guy. Best character ever. Shy guy. Okay, let's move on.
From all the complete and deep characters from the not deep, from the real characters from the movie, you choose the one that is not on the main list.
Yes, but it is on the character list on Mario Kart. You can choose shy guy.
Yeah, but we are not talking about a game.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. I was thinking about, when do you realize as a student that you need English in your life? Is it too late? Is it just on time? Or is it from the very beginning?
Wait. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. In some moments in our life, we realize that we need English in our life, in our professional life or personal life or whatever.
Okay.
So the question is, when in your university life, when do you realize that you need English in your life? It is too late when you are about to graduate? Is it just a time when you are like in third, fourth semester? Or is it from the very beginning? In your case, how was it?
I don't know. I don't remember like a moment when I say to myself like, oh, English is very important,
No, it's not that it's very important. It's that you need it.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
Right. Well, we realized that from the very beginning. We studied that. But I know a friend who actually graduated from the university. He played in a band with me. And he was on 9th semester of my university. I cannot say the name. It's on the contract. And he says that he realized too late that he needed English for his career. He was 9th semester. He had nothing else to do. But he said, and a couple of years later, I asked him, okay, so what happened with your English? He said, I'm making the worst business of my life. I could have studied English in my university, which was part of the program,
Yeah.
Now I have to pay it by myself. I have to get money from my salary and pay for English classes because I realized I need it. You know what's the worst part? He has never got another opportunity based on English use of the language. And I asked him, why did you realize you needed English in your life? He said, because I got an offer from a job at the States and I didn't know English.
That's rough.
And the opportunity never came back.
Yeah, that's really hard. I think I like kind of realized it like just in time, maybe because it was when I was at school,
Yeah.
like middle school. But I think it was more like a decision of myself, not
Nothing
like
happened.
What?
Nothing happened.
No, because I really enjoy like listening to music, and my parents listen like a lot of English, like English rock music. So I started listening to that, and I feel like part of me was like, I want to understand what they are saying, because I think it's important to understand what are you listening to.
Yeah.
So I started to searching for the lyrics on like internet and try to understand and all that. And I don't know how, but I think that's the way I learned, because when I was like already like at school, I was really good at English, and the teacher always like I don't know how to say, like she dismissed me from the exams, the final exams, and all that, and on this final exam, the ICFES,
Yes.
the ICFES, I had like a really good
Pro is now the name.
Okay, yeah. I had like a really good score. So, and when I entered college, I don't know how to say that, homologué.
You surpassed
Okay, yeah, I surpassed.
all the levels.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I think I'm good at this, and I was really happy about it, because, I haven't like, it haven't happened to me like what happened to your friend, like
Yeah.
that they told me, okay, you have a job in USA, and I say no because I don't know English. But I've been able to go to USA and know places and travel and all this, and I think it would have been like really hard if I didn't know the language,
Yeah.
because maybe I wouldn't be able to enjoy that much, or learn that much, So I think I have enjoyed, or at least like used the fact that I know English. It's not just like something that, oh yeah, I know it and whatever, I try to use it as much as I can.
I was thinking about this because last week I was waiting for the bus there at CSU, and there was a student. She was, I think, going to the gym, and I realized I was her teacher like 4 semesters ago, and she was on English 3, I remember. And obviously you made the accounts and you say, okay, level 7. But she was not very good in English, to be honest. And I asked her in that moment why she didn't care that much. And she said it's because, she says, and I remember that answer, I think I'm not going to need it any time in my life. And I said, but you're pretty young, so I think you have a lot of life to, a lot of track to continue, so you cannot say that. She said, no, teacher, I'm sure I have a business, my family have a business, and I'm sure I'm not going to use it anymore. So when I realized that was a girl who was my student, I was tempted to ask the question again. But with respect, so I didn't ask him. But that question came to my mind. Do students actually realize they really need English? I know a friend she's a family member from my wife's family, and she's very young. She just finished school last year, and she's very good in English. And she started working on this call center thing. And because she was very good at English, she now is making good money, more than me actually. And I'm not making that good money. So I was like asking, I mean, you can study whatever you want, but you need a second language to make the difference on that thing you're going to study, right?
Yeah, and I think that that applies for any degree, you know, because okay, that girl you're saying, she tells you like, oh, I don't need it because I have my own business and my parents have a business, and yeah, whatever. But still, I mean, the fact that you're saying I don't need it, you are actually like rejecting the fact that you have the option to like take your project and your business to some other country, you know. I mean, it doesn't matter if it can be Europe or it can be, I don't know, Asia. I mean, any
South
other.
Africa.
South Africa, yeah. And still, the easiest way for you to communicate in the right way and being able to communicate other countries and other cultures, what you sell or what your business is about is in English. So I think is like the fact that she's saying, I want to stay here forever, you know.
Yeah.
And I want my business and my future to stay here forever. I mean, I think that's like something that people that make, how you say that, like they feel comfortable on their own comfort zone, you know. And I think that comfort zone sometimes it's really bad for a lot of people. They just fit in there and decide to stay in there, like it doesn't matter if it's forever.
I have a courses. Yeah, what's his name? Javier, I think is the name. Javier Mauricio, that's the name. And the guy is just finished school and he's working on a casino. He's a dealer. Well, in a casino, no, it's not no.
It's important that
with
dealers
cards
know English
and dice and stuff. Not the other kind of dealer. Okay.
Okay.
And there is a request from his grandparents. They say, okay, go work, but please save some money in order to start studying. And it doesn't look like he matters in that way. He says that, what you say, I'm very comfortable here about his possibilities to study, not to study in a career, to study something. And he said that he wants to study something that is practical, you know, something short to study, but necessary and without great production. And I say, why do you think it that way? I mean, why do you consider that any art or any ability has to be short to study and is going to give you a lot of income? And he says, not because that's what I'm looking for. I say, okay, what do you want to do? Now I want to program. Why? Because I saw on internet there is a course in 6 months.
I saw on TikTok.
I saw 6 months and you study and you start working. I said, okay, that's probably true. But you're going to study 6 months on the course. Have you ever considered the amount of hours you need to study extra hours to make it happen in 6 months? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and the fact that it's not like, okay, you finished the course or whatever, and then right away it's going to be like a job offer for $5,000. I mean, it's not going to be that way.
It never happens that way.
No.
And the problem is that society sells that idea.
Yeah.
Media sells that idea.
Yeah, social media.
So when you have a company, and in your company you need people to program, and you don't have that quantity of people, So what do? Okay, I'm going to offer a course. I explain or I teach them what they need to know in order to be useful in my company. And I tell them that obviously you're going to get a job as soon as you finish. And yeah, that happens. But
Yeah.
it's not going to be. They're not going to be rich. in
Yeah,
that
they're
company.
not going to be like the owner of Facebook.
Yeah. No, I mean, life is not in the movies.
Yeah.
And I told my students, life is not like in the movie, because if life were like in the movies, I will be a millionaire.
Yeah.
And I will be teaching here just because I love to teach, because I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, of course.
And I say that never happens. When you make it, you stop and you dedicate to your life. But you need to at least learn English as a second language.
Yes.
Because when you have 10 people, fighting for the same position, there are some tiny aspects that make them different.
Yes.
So when they say, who in here speaks English? Every single student is going to raise your hand. Okay, who can start talking with me right now? Not many of them are going to raise a hand. So that's what you need to understand. English is not a second. English doesn't give a second option or a second opportunity. Never. When they knock at the door, if you don't open, goes to another door and another door until you get the guy, and they get the door open. So that's why I tell the student, when do you realize you need English?
Yeah.
When
And-
opportunity comes to your door or before?
And it's in like any career, I mean, it doesn't matter which degree you have. It doesn't matter what like kind of job you work at, because I mean, at least for me, I work in like filmmaking projects usually, and I have a friend that she works in Bogota, and she just quit her job. And she was like 3 days thinking, what am I gonna do? I need a job, etc., etc. And then like a guy that used to work with her called her and to say like, there's a like a
Opportunity?
yeah, there's like a production from
Okay.
Canada, and they want to record some things here in Colombia. Well, I think it was Cartagena or San Andres, I don't know. And they need someone that from your profile. She was like she used to work in like the art department, like with the costumes, yeah. And they say they need like a person that know how of this, but especially they need someone that speak and understand English, because they give you, I mean, when you enter like the production, they give you a radio that you have to wear all the time, because that's how people communicate inside the set,
Yeah.
like, okay, I need here blah blah blah, okay, who has this, where is this, etc. And if you don't understand that, you're going to be like, what are they talking about? See?
And you don't have time to use a translator.
No,
that's-
not at all. Everything happens so fast. And almost all the production there was from Canada, so they speak English, of
Yeah.
course. So they, that friend of my friend called her and said, I give them your number. They're going to call you and make like a test.
Yeah.
And if you pass, they're going to hire you right away, because they need
People, yeah.
people right now. That people call my friend. She was able to speak, blah blah blah, and have like a small conversation with the lady, and the lady says, "Okay, I will see you next week in this address, and we are going to start recording in 15 days."
Yeah.
So she started on that production, and she was she was getting 5 million for a week.
Week?
Yes.
It's still working the project.
No, the project already finished. It was 1
That's
month.
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. That's a huge
Wow.
opportunity. And all the production was in, I don't remember if it was Cartagena or San Andres. And it was like, we're paying you 5 million and still you're not spending anything, because we are giving you the place
whole
to stay,
package, yeah.
we're giving you the food, we're giving you the buses, the taxis, everything. So it was literally like money for you. That's crazy. That's something that doesn't happen
Very often.
Very often, you know.
And you know that kind of situation, that the kind of the level of frustration you get when that
Yeah.
thing happens, and
Because,
you cannot
yeah.
take it.
Because
Ma-
maybe there was people that was better than
Yeah.
than her, you know, with more experience, with more things on their CV, but still she was
She-
the one that was able to say, yeah, I can understand you, I can understand this, and I can do what you're telling me.
And she was the
Okay.
one with the contact,
And she
with the
was the
person
one
to
with the
recommend
contact,
the other
yeah.
one. Yeah,
Anyway, that was enough, you know, because she doesn't have that many experience.
yeah,
She's good at it, but she doesn't have many experience.
Yeah.
But still was like, okay, you, that friend, give me your number.
Let's
You
speak.
know, let's speak in English. Okay, you understand English. Let's do it.
come
Come
to the
next
city.
week and sign your contract. That's it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like listen about that situation, and I've, oh, well, that's a good thing, because sometimes you listen the other side of the coin.
Yeah,
Many people who they just, you know, if they lie on the curriculum, maybe they got into a situation that it's required to use English,
uncomfortable. Yeah,
and they, like, at the end they you know, at the end they make it more professional. They say, okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have that level of English. So the typical excuse, I can read it, but I cannot communicate. And that level of frustration that you got after a situation like that make people start getting aware of the opportunities. So they
Yeah.
started studying English, and that's not the moment to do it. The moment to do it was 1 year before, 2 years before,
Yeah.
because you don't know when anybody else is going to tell you, hey, I got this project, I need people like your friend, I need people to work with me. You just need to speak English, that's it. And some people say, okay, I can do it, but I can read it, but I cannot communicate. So they start studying English, and that opportunity is not going to happen again,
Yeah.
because they need 3 people, for example, and you say no. They find another one, and the other one say no. So maybe this one has got 2 friends who cover the position, and that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
lost, you finished, you are done. You
Yeah.
don't have any position, opportunity.
I mean, still, I think that it's never too late. I mean,
Yeah,
you're-
it's never too late.
Yeah,
But you should not study English because you are waiting for the opportunity to come back.
yeah,
you are
you
going
I
to
mean,
s-
you shouldn't start after a failure.
Yeah. You should study English right now that you are at the university.
Yeah.
Right now that you have the time to do it.
Yeah, the time.
Right now the university is telling you you have to study or you are not going to graduate. And you are going to study English right now because you have all the income you need to study. You need to have the money to pay.
It's
because
not cheap.
It's not optional. You have to do it or you cannot graduate.
Yeah,
So anyway, you have to do it.
yeah,
You have your friends. You have the university environment. You have the time, a program schedule to do it.
yeah,
You have several levels to practice. You have conversational clubs. You have tutoring. You have all the things you need. So what is the sad part? When they, to the languages department, many people arrive and they say, I am already working, but I haven't been able to graduate because of English. And now I realize that I was very stupid and I should have paid more attention to the courses.
yeah. And not just like doing the courses to graduate, you know, but doing it like really paying attention.
Paying
to
attention
it.
to it.
Not just like, oh yeah, I just need a tree.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to pay that friend for
Yeah.
make my job.
My exams
Yeah,
or
my
whatever.
exams or whatever.
Yeah, you can do that. Maybe it works. Maybe you get suspended. Maybe you get fired from the university. But maybe it works. But the thing is that life is not going to tell you, okay, did you graduate university? Yeah. Did you get the diploma? Okay. Yeah, you get the job. No, they're going to say, can you talk to me right now?
Yeah.
Can you talk to that engineer? Can you
Yeah,
talk to that
they're
actor?
not they're not going to trust
Yeah.
in that paper.
Years ago, you have the option. They ask you for your CV. I need a CV. You got the diploma certification. They say, okay, you got the job. But now they make interviews.
Yeah, it's not the same now.
It's not the same now.
Everything is more like global.
Yeah.
So it's not the same like, okay, we just need this profile and that's it. It's
Yeah.
like, we need this profile, yes, and you have a good experience and all that, yes, but our company is like looking to international
Yeah.
business or something. So we need to be sure that you can do it, because if not, it doesn't make sense that we hire you and in 3 months we need to hire someone else.
And sometimes they are not. They don't mention that in the interview. They just give you the job, and when you are, in possession of your position of your job,
Yeah.
you realize, okay, this company's got many people working outside, so I can be one of those.
Yeah, it's true.
So the thing is, and the reflection today is because of that student that I saw, is you have to worry about your English courses now. You have to worry about, if the teachers say, okay, I need a volunteer to tell us what did you do yesterday, go do it. That is practice.
Yeah.
Right? And at the end of the career, maybe when you graduate, maybe when you get a diploma, maybe going down the stairs right here, maybe the opportunity is going to be there waiting for you. Because, I mean, I think as students know, that people who go to the graduations, some of them are people from some companies
Yeah.
looking for professionals.
Yes.
It's not only parents or photographers
No.
just waiting to make the picture. No, some people waiting for, you
Yeah.
know, how you relate with your parents, with your colleagues, with your peers. That's a good guy. Come here. I am this guy. I'm running this company. I need
I'm
people
looking
like
for
you.
this. Yeah.
But you need English. You know?
And still, in your own professors, they can recommend you to.
Yeah.
Like, that has happened to me a lot. Like, you're good at something, and your teachers can see it, and they can like recommend you to someone else, to
Yeah.
some company or wherever. But if you don't like try, like really try to give your best effort, then no one is going to see it.
Yeah.
So no one is going to care.
No one's going to care. Yeah. So if you are watching this or you watch this anytime, you gotta take the opportunities right now that you have the time.
Yeah.
Because later is very, very difficult. And maybe opportunities waiting for you.
That's true.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Hey, are you listening to Unab On Air right now? If not, what are you waiting for?
A new program has arrived on unabradio.com to live the English language.
Are you listening to Unab On Air right now?
Unab On Air will bring you news, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon. Join us at unabradio.com and enjoy the Unab On Air experience. News, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon.